Okay, so you should have received 3 items: the transformer for the auxiliary power unit, the bridge rectifier, and your contactor. If you take as many pictures as you can, just to remember the location of all the various wires. I'm going to send you this schematic as well, which just confirms the wires. So to take this, or to change this, you basically have a bolt here, a bolt round the other side. Then you also need to disconnect a couple of wires from the top here and one in the back of there. So machine is off. Leave it alone for a little bit because these capacitors will hold charge and you need them to dissipate some of the charge. If you've got a resistor, a big aluminium resistor, we have here, you can something like that. If you've got that wired up and you want to do that, wire them up. That can help lead off the resistor, the current. So what I would do to start with is disconnect this wire here, disconnect the one in the back. Try and not drop anything, because obviously if you do, then it gets a bit messy. You then have to start taking everything off to get bits that have dropped. So disconnect them two, then do your bolts. You may have to remove some of the wiring in terms of give you some agility to move it. So in this case, give you a bit of room to move. So once you've done that, it'll come away. Obviously take this off. Should be relatively simple if the nuts at the front. For the bridge rectifier, again, should be relatively simple. If you've got a nut at the front, then you can take that off. Now for the bridge rectifier, you'll have an AC current comes in and a DC returns. So if you look on the diagram here, your positive and your negative, and the other two are AC, so make sure that it's AC going in and the positive and negative comes out. It's a relatively simple, it's just a bit finicky, and obviously just make sure that there's dissipated all the current so that you're not going to give yourself an electric shock. This, just push it to, I think from memory, you just push it to backwards, it'll be, and then it lifts off. So it's very tough, but it's spring loaded, so you just push it or pull it and then it'll come off. Very much relatively simple, but just make sure you get all the various wires into the right slots, and everything should be, I would think, quite okay from there. Cheers.